is my Princessin or Cinderella or Castle of Stromberg or Fairy Tale deck profile. So this is a budget deck, and it's also a really bad deck, so it's even more budget than other budget decks. 3 Princessin. And what she does is she can be special summoned to the field by Castle of Stromberg, and she does 2 things. She can get out Pumpkin Carriage, which you should have 2 of. And what Pumpkin Carriage does is it protects Castle of Stromberg from card effects. So your opponent can't target cards I control with card effects, and it can't be destroyed by card effects either. So this is really nice at protecting your castle. And your castle also protects you from physical attacks, so that is a decent defense to get Castle of Stromberg, get Princessin out, and then get Pumpkin Carriage. So the next cards you're going to need are 3 Glass Slippers. When you normal or special summon Princessin and you have Golden Castle on the field, you can get Glass Slippers. And so it's kind of nice to just get Golden Castle, get Princessin, get Pumpkin Carriage, and Glass Slippers. And what they do is they give Princessin 1,000 attack, and she can attack directly, and so she does 1,300 damage from an attack. And then what you can do is after that you can put this on an opponent's monster, and it cannot attack. Also, it loses 1,000 attack if this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster is destroyed. You can target a Princessin you control. Equip this to that target. You can only use this effect with Glass Slippers once per turn. So that's kind of nice. And you're also going to need 3 Hextrude. And she's probably my favorite one in the deck. I like to get her out second after Princessin and her Pumpkin Carriage because her attack's really nice, and 2,600. And so she's really easy to get out. And what she does is you can target, when Golden Castle of Stromberg is on the field, you can target a card on the field except for this one, destroy it, and if you do, this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. So, and also when she destroys a monster by battle, you can target 1 face-up monster you control. It gains 400 attack, so you can do that twice. That's really nice as well. And next, you're going to want 3 Glyph the Phantom Bird. He does 2 things. If you draw him, or if you have him in your hand, you can discard him and add a Golden Castle to your hand, which is great because you need Golden Castle for this deck to function. And if you already have Golden Castle, you can just play him, normal summon or special summon him, and you can target a card on the field or a spell trap on the field, destroy it. So that's kind of cool. And so some people like to play Iron Knight and Iron Hans at more than 1. I don't really see any value in that. I've tried to do more than 1 for both of them, and it just doesn't work for me. They're really only good, I think, for XE summoning, because they're both 4, because you can get one out, you can get the other out, and XE is really easy with them, but it's kind of bricky if you draw them and you don't have Golden Castle, so I just like to keep these at 1 each. Okay, for the cards that that aren't part of the Golden Castle deck, but I put in anyways, are Eater of Millions, banish cards from your extra deck or graveyard, your field or your hand to be able to attack and banish monsters. That's really nice. I'm not going to say this guy. I'm going to try Gren Maju Daiza. And the attack and defense of him becomes the number of your cards removed from play times 400. So the bad thing about Castle of Stromberg is that at the end, or at the beginning of every one of your standby phases, you have to banish 10 cards from your field. From the top of your deck face down. So I tried to take put a couple cards in my deck that took advantage of that. So he's one of them. So he'll gain 400 attack for every banished card. So that's really nice. So 10 times 400, you can get 4,000 attack if you just banish 10 cards. And then Necroface kind of has the same effect as Grand Maju de but it only gains 100 attack, but what you can do is you can shuffle all the cards that you banished into your main deck. So this is nice if you've run out of cards basically and you draw this and you gain some nice attack and you don't have to deck out because your cards are back in your deck. So that's really nice. And then Effect Veiler, because I'm poor and I can't afford Ash Blossom, even though it's cheap now. So yeah, that's it for the spells, except for Glass Slippers. The other spell you need is Golden Castle of Stromberg. This is the only thing that's not budget friendly at all. Well, a little bit. It's about $5 minimum each. So but you absolutely need this. It's completely necessary. Then you're gonna need 3 Iron Cages. These are nice. When you have Castle of Stromberg, basically this whole deck is you need Castle of Stromberg on the field for this deck to be any good. But with Iron Cage, you can send one monster your opponent controls to the grave, and then after that, during the standby phase, you can target a monster that was sent to the graveyard by this card's effect. Destroy this card, and if you do, special summon that monster to your side of the field. So it's kind of like a Change of Heart, but a little less busted. So I keep 3 of these because I just find it useful. So also, obviously, you need Terraforming to get out Castle of Stromberg, and you need. So basically, the rest of the cards are whatever you want, but I do a Monster Reborn. I do a Murmur of the Forest. It lets me target a 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and change it face down, but then you can return all field spells to your hand.
Traps,
so
there's nothing really special or unique about them, so I just do Torrential Tribute, Call the Haunted. I might take this one out for something else, like, I don't know, something like Magical Cylinder or something, anything else. I don't think it's too useful. And then Phoenix Chain, Karma Cuts, okay, Compulsory Evacuation Device, and Solemn Judgment, Mirror Force. Again, it doesn't really matter what you have as far as most of the spell and traps goes. So that's it for my Princess in Castle of Stromberg deck profile. If you want more bad deck profiles, you can subscribe to me. Let me know what other bad decks you want to see, and I'll give it a go. Alright, thanks, bye.